My name is Laura Gillespie and I was the first chair of the Lewiston Nursery Community Business, the forerunner of Glen Urquhart Childcare Centre. It was in 1995 that our existing council-run nursery was threatened with closure because of local cutbacks, and the parents, the MPs, the local councillors and other community members got together and formed a strong campaigning team to secure the future of the nursery for the local children. We won, at least a stay of execution, to give us time to do what we really wanted to do, to make the facility our own. A newly redecorated and refurbished Lewiston Nursery Community Business was finally opened in the Mission Hall in 1996. We didn't stop there. We moved on to form Glen Urquhart Childcare Network, Glen Urquhart Out of School Club, and then we set our sights on being part of the new school building about to be built, a true community resource.
I think what really makes Glen Urquhart Childcare Centre so unique is that we are truly at the heart of the community. It does genuinely feel as though we are one big family. We're always there for each other, through good times and bad. Parents over the years have often commented on what a happy place it is, and there is a lovely, infectious, warm and loving atmosphere throughout the centre. We pride ourselves on fostering really strong relationships with all the centre users, and these relationships have lasted even when they're no longer even with us. We are so lucky to have this facility in the community for the children and the families in the area, and it's so important to maintain and sustain it for future generations.
I've had involvement with the centre for 10 years, with no extended family in the area, and as a single parent, the centre's been an absolute lifeline to me. It's helped me or allowed me to work because the hours are very flexible. You can drop the kids at Breakfast Club at 8 and pick them up at 6 p.m. So I'm able to do my job and know that they're really well catered for. The staff are second to none. The flexibility and approach is amazing. My kids absolutely love going to this centre and I wouldn't be able to survive without it.
No, I attended nursery, which was absolutely brilliant. The staff was so kind and caring, gave my mum and dad the assurance that when they were going to work they were leaving me in a good place. Attended the after school, so the Goose Club for years, and the Holiday Club, which was always fun. Even just going on a very generic woodland walk, which they always made very interesting and very fun. So I learnt a lot during my 6, 7, 8 years at nursery and after school club and Holiday Club, and honestly wouldn't change a minute of it.
The original aims and objectives of the centre are ultimately at the heart of all decision making by the Board of Trustees. Being able to develop my knowledge and experience of working with community groups and learning from more experienced members of the board is important to me. It gives me the confidence to take on other voluntary roles within our community. Being able to create local employment and know that people working for the centre have a connection and willingness to give a great service in the community is a really great asset to our village. The centre is very much one big family. The staff clearly care about the community and the links they work hard to develop to ensure our children can have a sense of belonging here.
I've worked with the Childcare Centre for 8 years. They have always made me feel welcome, so together we can support the families and children. As the named person for the children that attend nursery, I am a clear point of contact to signpost and advise parents and nursery staff to promote health, development and well-being. We also discuss each child that are transitioning from a home environment to starting nursery. This has been a huge benefit for nursery staff to understand the needs of each child and ensure their start into nursery is a smooth transition. On a personal note, my boys used to attend Goose Breakfast Club and After School Club. Without this service, I wouldn't have been able to work, so thank you.
Having the nursery involvement has been a wonderful addition to the type of care that we can provide to people. A lot of our elderly service users are unable to see their young grandchildren or other people in the family. The children often come down and they give us performances, and also we've had wonderful lunches recently to show young people what it's like growing up, and it's made a huge difference to those children. We're also part of the Elderly, Vulnerable and Young People's Partnership Delivery Plan, And that's a 5-year partnership that we've been working through. It means that the manager of the Children's Centre and also myself are able to impart a structured way that we can all benefit the knowledge and the learning from young people to elderly and vice versa. If we didn't have the nursery, it would be a sore loss to us. It brings joy, happiness, and it's something that we cherish when we hear that the children are coming to visit.
We were looking to move north with our toddler son nearly 16 years ago, and swithering between living in or out of town, I phoned the Childcare Centre to find out about it. I remember speaking to Karen Fraser, and her enthusiasm and welcome clinched it, and it's a decision we've never regretted. The affordable wraparound care and holiday club have enabled me to work flexibly over the years, knowing my kids are well looked after, learning and entertained. The close link with the primary school ensured a gentle transition, and their link with the care centre helps to bind children to another generation, all important in creating a cohesive community of which they are the cornerstone. Whilst their purpose is to provide childcare, the caring doesn't stop at the child. Whenever I felt myself floundering as a parent, they have been there with advice, a shoulder to cry on, and an ability to help me see a way through. I'm sure I'm not the only parent who's benefited from this support. So much of our experience has been down to the wonderful staff, but as a trustee-managed charitable organisation, parents have a vital role to play in the governance of the centre as well, particularly in years like this, where exceptional circumstances have all but dried up the usual social fundraising opportunities, funds on which the centre relies to provide equipment and activities.
Glen Childcare Centre hugely appreciates the support and contributions that staff, parents, children and volunteers make throughout the calendar year. The Centre, as a charity, is an incorporated association, and the overall management and policy decisions are the responsibility of the volunteer trustees. The Centre's continued objectives are to advance the education, learning and development of children during term times, operate early learning sessions, after-school care facilities and offer holiday clubs. The ability to offer these facilities are funded through fees and grants, supplemented by considerable fundraising. Events include games day stalls, sponsored walk, baking, coffee mornings and end-of-term concert. Salaries always dominate the annual expenditure. This only reflects the Centre's determination to attract and reward quality staff with competitive earnings in order to offer the unrivalled service currently in place. The Centre values the whole of the community's support.